careful. Be careful, Russell.
Right, there's your seat. There's your seat, Carl. There's your seat. Shh.
Excuse me.
All right. Carl, welcome back to the show. Let's see you cobra in a few people.
Yeah, good, thank you.
Was Doc correct when he said that you went into the ring with perforated eardrum?
Yeah, it was right. It's correct information. I cracked my rib a week before sparring, and I've been in the ring a couple of times with perforated eardrums. They're not nice, just a little bit uncomfortable. Knock your balance off a little bit as well.
So they just really, really, really hurt?
The rib's sore. You can't really take a deep breath because sort of puts pressure on the rib cage, but the perforated eardrum, you forget about that.
That's all right, I couldn't breathe, but it was fine. I still won the fight. All right, look, admin, happy hat-trick ball. Ash has written you Rams. As a Forest fan.
Where's that?
Ash is just over there. Do you want to go and hit him?
He needs some of it.
Knock him out. He's a Derby County man. He's a little bit scared.
The Reds are running things at the minute, though, aren't they? Let's be honest.
They are, yeah.
Thanks, Ash. Appreciate your input in today's show. Right, look, the long-awaited rematch against Mikkel Kessler's coming up end of May at the O2 in London, live on Sky Box Office. How's the training going?
Yeah, training's going very well. I'm probably 5 or 6 weeks into training. I never really took my foot off the gas. Well, I did take my foot off the gas over Christmas and New Year. I took my time a little bit, but I've been out on my push bike doing a few getting the miles in, and I've been doing my groundwork, push-ups and sit-ups, just keeping myself sort of in decent shape. So as soon as I started my 12-week camp 4 weeks ago, I was already in pretty good shape. So yeah, I'm ahead of schedule and feeling confident.
It's a brutal fight. You lost on points. How? And I think you got pretty much injured in that one as well. And you cracked ribs again. The ribs are soft.
Yeah, the ribs are a tender area.
You broke your nose as well. How much of he wants to get back in the ring? I agree with Doc. If that happened to me, I probably wouldn't want to go near that person again.
They're all cosmetic injuries. It's all part and parcel of the game. Nothing really. Nothing too serious. I mean, Mikkel Kessler, I walked onto a right hand in about round 8, which split my nose, and I hit him back, you know, and he smiled at me, and I was grunting at him, and it was a toe-to-toe fight from about round 2 or 3. So we was always going to get injured in that fight. Neither of us know how to give up, and I think that's why the rematch is going to be so big, and everybody's looking forward to it, because you know we haven't got to sell this fight. This fight, people who know boxing, and people who don't even know boxing know that this is going to be a proper fight between two warriors. He calls himself the Viking warrior for a reason, and he means it as well. You know, he's got a big tattoo of a Viking on his body. Half his body's covered in tattoos. He really means the business. And
yeah, he's about to get stung by the cobra, though.
Exactly. But people know what they're going to get with me, because you know I'm a no-nonsense man. And when I'm in there to do the job, and that's fight and entertain and try and get the knockout. And you know, if you hit me on the chin, I don't stop coming. I just keep coming, and that's why I've got so many wins and so many world titles.
You've been quoted though as saying that the loser will be finished in boxing. That is a massive call to make.
Well, that's the thing, you see. I think Mikkel Kessler will be finished when I beat him. Because, you know, Mikkel Kessler was a close fight the first time we boxed. We boxed in Denmark. You know, he's Danish. He's like the David Beckham of Denmark. He's massive, and every close round went to him. And I flew out there late underneath the volcanic ash cloud, too late as well, which was a problem. But I'm not going to make excuses. I got beat fair and square by the better man on the night. But it's my job to make sure I'm right on the night of the 25th of May at the O2. I mean, 17,000, 18,000 people. I've never boxed in front of that sort of atmosphere before. I mean, I've Capital FM Arena in Nottingham. I think it holds 9 or 10 at a push. So you double that intensity from the Luton Butte fight, and it's going to be intense.
Is this, do you class this as a home fixture though? Because it's at the O2 Arena. Would you still have preferred Nottingham?
I would have preferred Nottingham. It would have been nice to get to the Nottingham Forest City ground. I mean, an outdoor event, but you can never be sure weather-wise in England what the weather's going to do. But I don't think Mikkel Kessler wanted to come to Nottingham. I mean, I boxed him in Denmark, but I didn't box him in Copenhagen, which is where he's from.
So this is the equivalent.
So I suppose it's fair. It's fair, and it's a massive venue, the O2, and I'm looking forward to a bit of a change.
Aren't you quite close mates with him?
Yeah, you know, he's a gentleman. He's an honest. He's a nice guy. He's one of the few nice guys in boxing that actually don't have any animosity or any needle against. You know, he's a gentleman.
Is it harder to hit someone that you quite like?
No, not really. I mean, he's got the win. He was the first guy to take my world title belt off me, the first guy to beat me. So I've got that in the back of my mind. I need to get a win. I need to avenge a defeat. So once the bell goes, as much as I think of him and I put him on a pedestal and regard him quite highly, but you know, as soon as the bell goes, I'm going to be trying to smash his face in.
And you know, like Sir Alex takes the other manager for a glass of wine afterwards, it's your friends. Do you just go backstage and just have a pint afterwards?
Well, after the fight, and we don't really see each other, to be honest. It's one of them. If I bumped into him, it's fine. But it's one of them. Respect before the fight, respect after the fight, but not during the fight. No, anything goes. You've got to do what you can to win.
You say he's an institution in Denmark, his home country. Next week's guest is Peter Schmeichel on the show, which is a bit of a shame that he wasn't on this week, because he tweeted this. I can only see the Viking Warrior winning again. Not that we're number 3, so we'll all win. He's got loads of stick for that.
Twitter hates us again.
You know what? He was in Nottingham before I boxed Kessler the first time, because he was working for the German channel, ARD, I think, and he was doing it, and his son Casper played in goal for Notts County. So they was doing 2 or 3 days, and Peter Schmeichel, I thought he was my mate, obviously not. He's quite a big lad as well. Maybe get him over for sparring.
He's on next week. I'll give him a message.
He's on next week, is it?
Down that camera to Peter.
Peter, what happened? I thought we were mates. Where's the lot? Next time I see you, I'm going to test that body he's a cool guy, he means well, but he's obviously getting behind his man. So.
Yeah, you'd expect it from his home country. All right, now, Zoo magazine voted you the coolest man in Britain. There's your award with your belt. I'm assuming that they only gave you the one on the right. They didn't give you the thing on the left. You won that yourself. You beat Prince Harry in 2nd place. That's
amazing.
There you go. There's the top 20. So obviously the ones that we highlighted.
Very good company. Jason Statham, I mean, he's a big star, great actor. Daniel Craig, James Bond, I mean.
Yeah.
But I'm clearly honoured to be above Tubes.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Always at number 10, of course. Yeah, Tubes. Where is it?
And
It doesn't really look bothered, does it?
the fact that David Hay, I've noticed, is 11. So both you and Tubes beat the other boxer.
What do you make of David Hay coming back? Because I'm sure he was on here about 3 weeks ago saying he'd definitely retired forever.
I know he said that. David Hay is good for boxing. He's a character. He's a great fighter. I mean, he's been involved with some brilliant fights, and he brings a big audience to the sport. So anything that puts boxing in the limelight is great. And David Hay's a good friend of mine, and he's one hell of a fighter. He's a good fighter. He can punch hard, and when he's in the ring, he's got good mentality, a good mindset like me. He's in there. He's trying to win, and he's trying to inflict pain on his opponent. So
is he coming back because boxers quit and then they just don't know what to do and they just think, I better just go back?
I think sometimes there is a bit of that. There is a bit of when you've retired, maybe, right, what am I doing? You haven't got to get up and run, you haven't got to go down the gym and train, and you sort of maybe sat around the house listening to her indoors, thinking, how much of this can I stand?
I think it's a blessing that he's coming back, because if I recall, he was talking about going into acting, and I think he's saved us all.
Very entertaining. I like it. He's entertaining. You've got a box at the City Ground.
Correct.
Obviously, we've spoken to Jason about Forest. How much would you like to see Forest in the Premier League?
It'd be unbelievable. I mean, Forest is a massive club, back-to-back European champions, late 70s, early 80s. The old Brian Clough era. And, you know, such a big club. We deserve to be in the Premiership. Obviously, no one deserves to be, but I think now, since King Billy's took over, Billy Davis, I mean, 6 back-to-back wins. We're on the crest of a wave at the minute. I mean, we're playing Brighton today. We've got an important match on Monday, big game today. And I think, you know, we're close to... I mean, I don't know if we get automatic promotion, and the playoffs is anybody's game. But we need to do up in the Premiership. We're a massive club.
Did you used to sing songs about Jason?
I can't say I did, no. When I saw him in the green room, I thought, I know him, but I don't know him. And then I forgot about the pineapple hairdo. And then he reminded me, and then I got him. So sorry about that.
And I think it's lovely that you said that your favourite Forest moment is those brilliant images of when there was a pitch invasion. I think it was about 1980.
When you were going down and Clough hit.
Yeah, and Cloughy was in the middle of the pitch.
Yeah, he smacked one of the fans, didn't he?
And then the fan came and apologised.
It was a no-nonsense man, exactly, and then the fan apologised, so there's a respect for what he deserved.
Yeah.
That's cool. Right, can you just look down that camera and tell us what you're going to do to Mikkel Kessler?
Oh, it's going to be brutal. It's going to be savage. I've got to win this fight, basically, so if I've got to stand in front of him for 12 rounds and punch his head in for 12 rounds, I will do. He's going to be trying to do the same to me, but I'm going to rip him apart. I have to be careful then, because it's a family show. I'm going to win this fight by any means necessary. It's going to be savage. It really is.
Obviously, don't do that just at home, all that sort of fighting stuff. Froch beating up Kessler will be live on Sky Box Office on May the 25th. Carl Froch, everybody.
Right, Carl. Don't do this.